Welcome back to Valiant Hearts, and I think the last part.
C'est l'heure.
It's time. Okay. We'll see what happens to Emil in this part. Hopefully he will be released, but I doubt it. As I said at the end of the last part, I very much doubt it. Where are we going? More and more people are following us.
Dearest Marie, as the war ends for me, I have no regrets. I've seen too much horror. I hope fate has been more merciful to you. Our time on Earth is brief, and mine has been filled with so much joy that I can only be thankful for how much I've been blessed. Most especially for the wonder you brought into my life. This letter is my last. I've been found guilty by a military court for the death of an officer.
Eddie! Freddy, right? Not
It
Eddie,
was not my
Freddy.
intention to kill him. War makes men mad. Though I failed Carl, I know my sacrifice has not been in vain.
Blackie.
I fought for my country and my liberty. My honor is assured. Since it is the will of God to separate us on earth, I hope we'll meet again in heaven. Keep me in your prayers. Your loving Baba. Always.
Even though their bodies have long since returned to dust, their sacrifice still lives on.
Michael.
We must strive to cherish their memory and never forget.
Well, I knew this would end this way. There's no way he would have survived this. So yeah, I was prepared, but as you can hear, I'm still crying. After seeing so much horror in this game, well, it's not horror, but well, the horrors of war, yes, it is. It was animated, but still, you could come to love these characters, and especially Emil, since you played him most of the time. And yeah, I think I'll go through all the diary entries if I can see them in just a bit after this is over. Well, another game I got emotionally invested in, and another game I really enjoyed. Another game about the World War One. Well, first the Lion song, now Valiant Hearts. You hear me cry really often. I'm sorry about that. Oh, there's more.
Hungry for more, the war was not yet over.
Of course, we still need to hear Freddy's
Its
story.
appetite was infinite.
What? Again? Yes, I really enjoyed it. I love the voice acting, the music, although I got a few copyright strikes. They still allowed me to use the music in the parts, but I got the notification that it's copyrighted and that advertisement might play. I'm not sure if it did. I never tried it, and I'm sorry if you were annoyed by it, but I thought I should allow it since the music is really good, and just using something different for the few minutes, no, few seconds actually, that were copyrighted was just not worth it. I don't know, it was like 20 seconds each time, so I was like, nah, don't need to do that. I won't need that. And yeah, they were almost not hearable actually, but yeah, still copyrighted for that. And yeah, well, I'll get a copyright strike for this one as well, I think, since it's rather long. Well, not a strike, it's not a strike, it's just you are allowed to use this. You have copyrighted material in your video. Yeah, well, I don't know what else to say. I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it as well. You can leave me a comment telling me what you like the most. Well, as you can see from the videos of the games I played so far, I don't care about the graphics. My laptop I'm playing on right now, I still have to get my PC ready and buy parts for it, but I don't have the money right now. Well, can handle better graphics game, and I will eventually play some, but as long as the story is good, I don't care about the graphics or the gameplay. Like in, what's it called? I forgot about the Lie-Eating Dragon. One of my first games I played. The fighting sequences were really boring since it was always the same, just smashing attack by all means, or sometimes just using abilities. Would be faster, but would use a lot of SP. So yeah, and the next achievement is some will not. Some will survive, some will not. Action completed, yes, okay. Let's see, what's more? 18 of 22, 22 of 28, 32 of 34, 32 of 35. I can't read the entries then. It's quite sad. Options? Keyboard, no. I wanted to show you since I saw that during one of my playthroughs. Oh, here, I can actually. April 22nd, 1915. Carl is alive. I caught the sight of him flying a Zeppelin heading south. Only 1 second. August 12th, 1914. I started training at the military camp today. I can't help thinking of Karl, who's probably doing the same in Germany. The declaration of war has created havoc. I hope Marie and the neighbors manage to finish the harvest in time. August 20th, 1914. We spent yet another day walking. We heard cannon fire for the first time today. I don't want to have to kill. I must stop thinking about it and get some sleep. March 10th, 1915. What a day! My life was saved twice today, first by an American soldier and then by a dog. But I'm free at last. I saw Carl before the bombing. I hope he made it out alive. I'm going to try to find him. April 22nd, 1915. Carl is alive. I caught sight of him flying a Zeppelin heading south. We're going to look for him again tomorrow with Anna and Freddy. Yes. I'm not sure if I should actually read through all this. It's a lot. For every segment of the game there's a diary. August 12th, 1914. At last, I can't wait to get fighting. Maybe it'll ease some of the pain I feel inside. September 7th, 1914. I missed them by a whisker. It won't happen again. My younger brother's letter was sweet. It gave me a real boost. It's good he's back in the States, miles away from this nightmare. That kid has a knack of getting himself into trouble. March 10th, 1915. On the march to Belgium, where this damned regiment is stationed, I'm not alone at last. At least I made a funny old French farmer guy I met. Emile. Doesn't say much, but if I understood right, his son-in-law is German. How crazy is that? Not a day goes by that I don't dream of you. April 22nd, 1915. Those freaking shells nearly did it for me. There's no way I'm giving up so close to my goal. Apparently their leader's called Van Dorf. I'm going to get him. Everybody else are just pawns in this game, just like me. August 1st, 1914. The bells all over Paris started chiming at 4 p.m. this afternoon. It was eerie. Somebody in the street told me it was for the troop mobilization in case Germany declares war. I'll write to father to find out what's going on in Belgium. August 1st, 1914. It feels strange to return to Germany. At least Emile can take care of Marie and Victor. Things should calm down in the month to come. It's also meaningless. August 21st, 1914. Emile, there, right in front of me, sprawling on the ground. Why did his regiment have to come up against mine? I hope he pulls through. He's one tough cookie. I must find out what prisoner of war camp he's been taken to. March 10th, 1915. At last I've found Emile. Just moments before the shells started flying. I hope he's managed to dodge the bombs. The letter he showed me filled my heart with joy. Marie's well and Victor's growing up. That's all that matters. April 22nd, 1915. This morning in Ypres, Van Dorf made us capture some scientist. The army is interested in his work and apparently he'll help Germany win the war. He seems like a nice fellow, but it's hard to find out anything else about him. Van Dorf is keeping him closely guarded. Not a day goes by that I don't think about my Marie and my little Victor. I haven't seen them for 8 months now. I miss them so much. August 12th, 1914. After Karl, it's Daddy's turn to leave. Why did they have to call him up? Wasn't it enough to expel my dear, sweet love from these lands? Why do they want to put Daddy in uniform? He's too old to fight, and now he's left me all alone with the harvest on the way and Victor to have to take care of. August 24th, 1914. That letter gave me such a fright. Poor Daddy. He's been wounded and taken prisoner by the Germans. I don't know if he's seriously injured and if he's being well taken of. I've been told prisoners are allowed to receive letters. I shall write to him tomorrow. September 25th, 1914. Today the Germans invaded Somiel. Fortunately, the troops spared the farm. I took shelter in the cellar with Victor. Now, what's going to happen? Okay. Does that mean oh no, it's the same. Okay, if it's like that, I can actually read all of them for every chapter. I hope you don't mind. I just think it's quite nice. August 12th. Ah no, that's that. So okay, then let's skip to the last one to get all the diary entries. Okay, June 15th, 1915. I'll never be able to thank Anna enough for saving Carl after the Zeppelin crashed. Knowing that he's no longer at the front and that he's a prisoner of war has put my mind at rest. I'm so relieved he's safe from harm. I hope Marie is doing okay in Somiel despite the German occupation. February 21st, 1916. This morning shells came raining down on our sector. Freddy was out in front and was lucky to pull through. I had to play cannonball to dig him out of there. I was awarded a medal, but I'd much prefer a leave of absence. I hope Carl's okay. It was such a relief to receive Marie's last letter. May 8th, 1916. Sad day today. Freddy and Walt perished. May their souls rest in peace. Who's Walt? May 9th, 1916. Freddy's alive. He's earned his nickname Lucky Freddy, and big brave Walt pulled through too. Things aren't so grim after all. Oh, is Walt the father of Anna? May 14th, 1916. Oh, my little dog is dreaming right now. What happened in that prisoner of war camp? Why did they shoot Carl? I hate this godforsaken war. How can I tell Marie that Victor will never see his daddy again? April 16th, 1917. What have I done? Why all the bloodshed? Why all the killing? This war senseless. June 15th, 1915. How much luck can a guy have? There's this huge cathedral here. Makes me think of you. They send me back to the army. It's not going to make my search any easier. February 21st, 1916. Emil saved my skin again today. What a deluge of shells. I got to write to my younger brother. He's worried about me. May 9th, 1916. Everybody calls me Lucky Freddy. If only they knew. It's not luck. It's you up there shining down on me, showing me the way. I think about you every day, sweetheart. September 15th, 1916. I couldn't do it. I had this life in my hands and I couldn't do it. Killing him wouldn't have brought you back, and you wouldn't have wanted to see me killed. It wasn't worth it. Nothing's holding me back here now. If I survive this damn war, I'll be heading home. April 9th, 1917. At least you've been spared this madness. The whole world has gone crazy. Even my younger brother wants to enlist. I have to talk some sense into him. He has no idea of the hellfire and damnation going on here. It was a glorious victory today with my Canadian comrades. But at what price? April 16th, 1917. My friend Emil was arrested today. What on earth did he do? What got into him? I hope he wasn't among the mutineers they are all talking about. I'll go see him tomorrow. September 7th, 1914. The situation is horrific here. Yesterday it was in my warm, cozy apartment, and now I'm in the depth of hell. There are so many dead, so many young lives lost. I managed to save one soldier this morning, but there are so many others to tend to. Tomorrow I'll try to get closer to the front so I can help those most in need. March 10th, 1915, another endless day. For every life saved, there are so many lost. Those poor young men, mutilated, disfigured for life. I cannot abandon them, even if all I can do is hold their hands as they slip away. April 22nd, 1915. Father has been captured by a German regiment and taken away in a Zeppelin. He, who's so scared of heights. They probably know about his research. Please, Father, don't try to be a hero. Work for them. I don't want to lose you. I'm on his trail, and these two soldiers I met after the Zeppelin as well. June 15th, 1915. I was so frightened when I saw the Zeppelin crash today. Fortunately, Father was on board because the Baron had already taken him away by aircraft. I managed to save Emil's son-in-law before they sent him to a prisoner of war camp. His legs were in a critical state. I'll be going with him to make sure he's all right. May 9th, 1916. Dear Lord, Karl is dead. He always spoke about his son Victor, and when he told me that Victor was sick, he had a strange look in his eyes. He must have tried to escape to see his son. It's awful. How am I going to break the news to Emil? May 14th, 1916. I found my father at last, and thank you, Freddy, for pulling him out of this hell. I daren't talk to Emil anymore. Karl's death has crushed him. September 15th, 1916. Emil's moral slums by the day. He hasn't had any news from Marie or Victor for months. It's probably because Samuel has been cut off from the world. I fear the worst. I'm going to visit them. Surely they'll let news through the lines. February 3rd, 1917. Miracles do happen sometimes. Karl is alive. That was quite a smart escape. Dressing the dead guy in his clothes actually worked. We had crossed the lines and we are so close to our goal. I hope they let me out of the infirmary. I'm going to try to find Marie's farm. Karl is being held at the barracks. They suspect he's a traitor. April 9th, 1917. We made it. Karl, Marie and Victor are reunited at last. It was so beautiful to see them together. The image of them will give me courage to return to the front and tend to the wounded. There's still so much to do. April 25th, 1915. Victor's 1 year old today. My God, I miss him. How long is this war going to last? If only they could assign me to Samuel. The Germans are still holding the town. May 8th, 1916. I've been stuck here in this prisoner of war camp south of Ram for 11 months now. My health is picking up and I'm even walking again at last, all thanks to Anna. Marie's last letter worried me. Victor is very sick, and they don't have the resources to take care of him and Samuel. I must get out of here. May 13th, 1916. I managed to get away without taking a bullet. It was a close call. Poor Wilfred saved my life. I've got to get to Samuel. Hold on in there, Victor. I'm coming. September 15th, 1916. I've been trudging through the countryside for 4 months now. I'm so hungry, but I can't approach villages. I did try to be, but they recognized my accent. I nearly got myself arrested. I must be careful. January 18th, 1917. I was going to give myself up this morning, but then I saw Anna and she saved my life again. Now we are driving to Samuel. My poor feet will never forgive me. I don't know how we'll cross the front line, but I know these hills. We'll find a way. March 2nd, 1917. I'm not a spy. How many times do I have to tell them to make them believe me? Having served under von Dorf isn't helping matters either. If only I could see Marie and Victor, just for 1 minute. I have to know they are safe, but seeing them means getting out of here first. April 9th, 1917. They're here with me at last, sweet Marie and my little Victor. I don't ask for anything else from life. And the last one. June 21st, 1915. That's 80 years and 1 day before my birth. As he grows, Victor reminds me more and more of Carl. Not a day goes by without me thinking of him. The Germans are requisitioning all our crops. There must be food shortages in Germany. I managed to hide some for winter. I can't wait for this stupid war to end. March 18th, 1916. Victor's sick. He hasn't eaten in 3 days. He's all pale and weak. He needs meat, but I have nothing left to give him. I hope he improves soon. Carl's last letter reassured me. He can walk again. There's a nurse taking special care of him at the prisoner of war camp. September 15th, 1916. Still no news from Carl or Daddy. It's been 4 months today. What has happened to them? I must stop worrying. Maybe it's simply that letters aren't getting through. I daren't imagine the worst. Victor needs his father, and so do I. April 9th, 1917. At last, we are going together again. I have dreamed of this moment for so long. Is it for real? I wish time could stand still. Well, this was a longer part than I imagined. I hope you don't mind me reading all these diary entries. I had no time, or let's say I realized there was something like these there in one of the last parts. Actually, the fight against the tank boss. In my earlier recording I saw there were diary entries, and I wanted to read them. I wanted to give this game the time it needs and deserves, and well, now you've seen everything. I think I haven't forgotten any of the information you can get on the World War One. If I did, you can tell me and I will well, try to give it to you. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and well, let's see what I will play next. I hope not something as emotional, since I think I cried too much in the last few weeks. Well, see you then. Bye!